Hello, and welcome to episode 7 of my playthrough of Dragon's Dogma. This is your friend Conservative Cat, and we are finally going to be starting the Wyrm Hunt quests. Once you get to this point in the game, you cannot do side quests that were issued before it, so make sure you have completed your business before you speak to Maximilian here.
Ah, arisen. My men have told me much of you. I am Sir Maximilian Eisenstern, captain of the hunt, so named by His Grace Duke Edmund Dragonsbane. I beg your forbearance whilst I detail what is expected of you in the hunt. The Wyrm Hunt license you carry permits the bearer to undertake the most vital of tasks. Those missions given by Duke Edmund himself. Of late, all our will is focused on learning of and defending against the wicked dragon. A weighty task, to be sure, but one which the fate of the realm and its people rests upon. I am under orders to lend Arisen all reasonable aid as they might require. I would pray you return this assistance in kind. Many hopes are pinned upon you, sir. It will be my honor to show you the ready charges for the Wyrm Hunt. The choice is yours. Certainly. Then here are the details. I've important work for you, though some is of a less urgent nature. The task at hand is just such a case. Will you take it on? As I was setting about to find work for you, I came upon this slate. I know not its origin, nor its age, but the writing it bears is old. So old, our men could only read a few words. Dragon, scar, arisen, heart. What little we know all points to you, sir. Best you should have it. If there's aught of import written there, we need to know. Your task is to find out.
Okay, so there are 4 quests with the Wyrm Hunt involved. You only have to do one of them to progress the storyline, but we're going to do all of them because there are certain side quests. Well, it's important because I want to be thorough, and you get introduced to a lot of potential experience and a lot of NPCs and storyline drivel that you might not have seen if you had only done 1 or 2 of them. So we're going to do the whole shebang. The Cypher. We have an ancient text that needs to be investigated. So who should we speak to? Well, common sense would say speak to the Scrivener first, since, he's probably the guy who has it. But instead, the quest points us to this random farmer.
What do I know of the old writings? Less than I know of modern script, and I never even learned me letters. Alas, I'm a man of the sword, not the quill. Ask a scrivener, or a counterfeiter else.
Yep, so now it points us to the Black Cat. Ugh. This is I would say it's probably the easiest and the simplest of all the quests, because there's no real mandatory combat involved. All the other ones are either exploring or combat related. This one is investigation, though there are random enemies on the road that we will be engaging with. The reason I picked this quest is for 2 reasons. The Cypher, like I said, it's easier. It takes us to a part of Granzis we have not explored yet, whereas with the other ones we'll be covering some old ground. And finally, we can also get a port crystal during this quest.
Ancient writings? Aye, that's simple enough. If you've the coin, that is. What? Oh, you just want aught read? Let's have a look then. As I said, simple enough. That's dragon there, then scar, arisen, and heart there. The rest is no script, friend, just flourish. This slate's no text. It's a cipher. Like as not, it holds some secret meaning to folk those words relate to. I'm not one of them. I fear that's all I can say, friend. I'm sure you'll find all you need.
Okay, so he gave us a nice little lead. You will be told to find more leads. And after a while of waiting around, eventually you will get a quest marker that points you not outside the gate, but to a messenger who will tell you of a place that he thinks might be the idea.
Dragon, heart, and scar, is it? Does it have aught to do with that drawing? The figure of Hill Figure Knoll? You know it, aye? The man drawn upon the hill north of the capital? He bears a scar across the heart. Or the chest, at least.
Okay, so we have to travel to Hillfigure Knoll. I'm just cutting ahead to the ancient bridge. We've been here in 2 different videos now. But instead of going left, we will be heading right this time. I know, quite a change, huh? But there's a little extra surprise for us this time. Are you ready for it? Oh, Andrew looks pretty ready for it.
Hand over anything of worth you've got.
Yep! We're being accosted by bandits. Bandits that die really easily, even though this is treated like kind of a boss encounter. We just cut their HP down. They're worse than goblins. The random bandits that we fought in the past have been easier than these guys. Have been more difficult than these guys. Not only that, there were only 3 of them. Poor guys. Okay, now that that diversion is finished, we will continue on the road, which is mildly dangerous. It's not as bad as the bandits we were fighting, though. However, first thing we'll run into are goblins. Kind of odd for a road is that there are a lot, in addition to goblins just sort of hanging out here, there are a lot of traveling NPCs and traveling pawns just kind of hanging around. For some reason, pawns will not fight when they're not in your party. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? That's what I'm doing. Throwing a goblin into another goblin. I think that was Isabel who hit him. Oh!
There's no way we could have lost to that.
Oh, here's a little game you can play with your pawns if you're feeling bored and, you know, don't mind being a little cruel to animals. If you toss a boar to them, they will catch it, or they will pick it up and toss the boar back at you. However, it has to be at them. See, sometimes it doesn't work. However, if you catch them in a nice little cluster like that, you can play a nice little game of toss with the boar. But we're going to be nice to the boar from this point on. Sorry, boar. I just had to show you for the sake of completion. Man, there's just like a whole pack of people here, right next to this harpy attack where these people are just hanging out after being killed. I have a feeling that these civilians might not survive this. You can see that pawn in the background just kind of running away from the battle rather than joining it. Of course, I've heard that there might actually be a reason for this. Because there is friendly AI in the game, like guards will fight monsters along the side of the road, or bandits. I think the reason is that pawns do not have a will without the Arisen. So, yeah, they flee for their own self-preservation, but they will, oh, come on, get down here. Oh, there we go. But they will not fight to defend themselves. And, you know, so what those were? Those were snow harpies. We kind of saw them at a distance in the previous video, and this time we actually fought them. They are not They're a little more difficult than regular harpies, but they're still nothing particularly worrisome, especially for us. We're actually near one of the guard castles. You can see it right over there in the distance. I'm not going to actually enter it though, because there is nothing there for us at this point in time. The hold has some NPCs, but doesn't have any resting areas, no shops that I remember. It's really not worth investigating for us at this point in time. But there will be quests later on to deal with it. Oh, direwolves! Get away from Mira, please. I'm just going to defend Mira a little bit. There we go. There's not a lot of them, fortunately. Like, in the previous video, there was a small army, but there's only a couple of them, and I've got this one. Oh. Guess I don't have them well in hand as I thought. That worked out okay. Okay, let's continue on the road then. Oh, that pawn has a princess dress, even though she's a... Oh! More direwolves. Nice job, Rain. That pawn had a princess dress, even though she looked to be some kind of rogue. I don't think the outfits really favor a certain type of build. I think they're mostly for looks and just provide a general benefit. Since they can be used by anyone, so you could have a this would be how you would have a mage or something wearing full plate, because they are wearing an outfit that happens to have full plate on it and they can use it. Also, the some of the Dark Arisen outfits that are like modeled after just destroying everything. Oh, that's the Blue Moon Tower. We'll head over that way eventually. A lot of the outfits from the Dark Arisen outfits are gender locked. The ones that are modeled after the ones NPCs wear. Like Mercedes' outfit is not gender locked, but it's also pre-Dark Arisen. Stuff that isn't so pre-Dark Arisen is like Madeline's outfit. You can buy that, but that is only female. Like your male character. Oh, that's not good. Heal me so I get up, please. There we go. Pretty good. How are you liking the variety of swordsmanship I'm displaying here? I'm trying to not rely so much on the blink strike or the burst strike, which is a lot easier since I am now actually have skills besides it, and you know, the basic attacks, of course. But still so good for a quick stagger. Oh, there is a attack you can get called Skyward Lash. It's either Skyward Lash or the upgraded version of it is called Skyward Lash. Anyways, it basically allows your character to swing up in the air and hit something. The thing is, though, I don't see how it's any more effective than just jumping and swinging. I don't have much trouble hitting stuff with it. At least no more than I would from a regular jump and swing. Oh, low-hanging fruit. You can just cut that off and you can pick it up later. You can pick it up to eat.
A former arisen makes his home not far.
Him who knows that I know what he seeks to know, knows it well. while he who knows not what I know, or know not. You see me, yes? Then congratulations are due. You have found the man you seek. I am, or was, perhaps like you, a child of man, bound to the dragon. Well met, young Arisen. I am he who was forged by the dragon.
See, the Dragon Forged is an old Arisen, and the Fool there is his main pawn. And if you kill the Fool, he dies like a regular pawn. It's pretty neat.
Well met, Arisen of the present day. New forged link in the grand chain. You have come seeking meaning for that slate and the words it bears. There is none save that it brought you here to me. My form can be discerned only by the true Arisen. I am the Dragon Forged. Go now. Tell him that gave you the Cypher of what you have heard here. The slate you bear holds no meaning, but take heart. Our meeting, my form can be discerned only by true Arisen. All I know is yours to hear, should you desire it. The beast is called Death Incarnate, the greatest of evils. You will learn when you come to face it, that the truth is not so simple. It possesses deep insight to match its cold and steady drive to destruction. And an air of resignation, perhaps, lies beneath its imposing rage. All I know is yours to hear, should you desire it. The Arisen is a child of man, no more, no less. 'Tis said, the Arisen is born whene'er man takes his first true step toward a goal. When the spirit gives rise to action, a man becomes Arisen. Those like us, whose paths lead to the dragon, are known unto the beast as a matter of instinct. Just as it is our own instinct that guides us on. All I know is yours to hear, should you desire it. I am him that was forged in the dragon's fire. I stand astride the bounds of life and death, remaining here that I may pass my knowledge on to the Arisen of each coming age. My battle as the Arisen has spanned 1,000 years, and yet it knows no end. Nor shall it, until the Arisen to follow me strikes the dragon dead. All I know is yours to hear, should you desire it. The beast is called it. All I know is yours. Ours are bodies marked by the worm. Yours and mine. A scar across the chest, to stand as proof of the dragon's claim over our hearts. I carved a scarred man into the face of this hill, that it might serve as a beacon to those who bear our mark. It beats yet as does mine, there within the beast. 1,000 years since it was stolen, and yet it beats. As long as the dragon lives, the hearts in its safekeeping know no death. Our kind may die in battle, aye, but neither age nor illness will ever claim us. We have stepped free of this mortal coil, Arisen. All I know is yours to hear, should you desire it.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. According to this guy, he was an Arisen thousands of years ago, and he has not, the dragon has not been slain since he was an Arisen. So, that's pretty interesting, especially since Duke Edmund was said to be an Arisen himself, you know? But here's the thing. This place is filled with a lot of good loot. Like right there, a port crystal. There's also a lot of fairy stones if you don't have an eternal fairy stone here. I think 3 of them. And there's a metal chest with a shirt, it looks like. Ooh, and a salubrious brew. One of the best healing items. At least in my opinion. I've always had... My main character still uses it. And it heals him pretty heftily. I also picked up a secret softener, you noticed. That is necessary to heal when you start getting petrified. Petrification is instant death. So it's good to keep one for handful for you and a couple for your main pawn. You might even want to throw a spare onto both your support pawns as well. And last thing we need to pick up here, the bronze idol.
Not a text, you say? A cipher, crafted to bring you to the Dragon Forge. I see. If this man speaks true, and is immortal, there's a fair chance he guided his grace as well. Be that the case, his words are well worth heeding, sir. Meet with him as time allows. With luck, he'll lead you to victory as well.
Thank you, and have a good day.